finally back in Lofoten. Was in Russia for almost 2 weeks. Now I'm back in my own kitchen. Gonna make some fish today, some potatoes. And yeah, we'll just see where it goes from there. Was planning to go to the cafe today, but it didn't work out. I'm not really in the mood for it, so starting back from tomorrow. No? No, it doesn't matter. Welcome everyone. I'm just cooking some fish today, some potatoes. And it's just a lazy Sunday. Like I didn't really feel like doing anything at the cafe. I'm still actually on holiday until tomorrow, so I don't want to like rush and go back. And I'm starting these cooking videos on Sunday, these cooking lives. And then on Wednesday I will have my Arctic coffee break. So I just want to, do something. I'm cooking anyway, so I said, okay, I'll just do it live so you can see how it goes. And now I'm peeling potatoes, of course. My favorite thing to do in the whole world, right? Who doesn't love to peel potatoes? I think this is the last one because I have quite a few already that I started to peel. So I don't need to do too many. There I have the potatoes. So now I'm going to start to boil those. I add a little bit of salt to the water. And then I cover it so it cooks quicker. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I cover it so it cooks quicker. Welcome everyone. Just cooking some fish today and some potatoes. And then I think I'm gonna fry the fish. Need to marinate the fish first. And then I need something for the flour. This is the Polar Kitchen. Every Sunday I'm cooking something. Normally I'll be at the cafe. I have the cafe there in Lackness, but it's just not in the mood to go today. So I'm just gonna cook dinner at home. I was cooking dinner anyway. So I said, why not just bring you all into the kitchen, right? And I need for the flour, so I'm gonna use this one. So I start to warm up the pan as I'm marinating the fish, and then everything should work out time better instead of just trying to do the fish and then warm up the pan. I'm just using vegetable oil, nothing special. So that's going. Start to get this flour ready for the fish. I like to season the fish and I season the flour, so I think it works better that way. Yep. Just use some pepper. And also some for the fish. Just a little bit of salt. Then the flour's ready. Fish, then I season it, and then I also use a little bit of egg and some milk because it makes the flour stick better. It makes it crispier, in my opinion. I'm using some of this oat milk. Also, I'm using an egg. Excuse me. And then just mix that up. So now I have the fish ready to go, the flour's ready to go, oil's warming up, the potatoes are cooking, and yeah, everything is under control. Just wash my hands. Okay. And clean up as we go. That way it's not a big mess at the end. And here in Norway, we have this composting. Welcome everyone. I'm just doing the Polar Kitchen today. Normally I'm gonna do it on Sunday if you're just joining, but today I'm at home. Normally I'm gonna do it in the restaurant at my cafe, which is easier, but today I'm still from holiday. I was in Russia for 2 weeks and now we're just back in Lofoten, so you can have a look outside. Still a bit sunny there if you can see, but this slowly starting to become night again. I think it was like maybe 8 o'clock or so. The sun, like the dark came. And today I'm doing the Polar Kitchen live in my kitchen. So I have some fish I'm gonna fry, I have some potatoes that are boiling, and I'm just cleaning up in between of the jobs. Excuse me. Oh, but I was saying in Norway, we have a green container, and all of this like organic material we put into a green container, then they use it and they compost it. I think they turn it into biogas, or they do something with it. So when we separate our garbage, we have a black container for everything else. We have one container for all type of paper things like milk cartons, things like that. And then we have one container for the organic material, and we have one for metal and glass. A little closer so you can see. So now I'm going to start to fry everything here, and then I also need a container to put the finished fish on. So it's just smarter to have everything ready to go before you start, so you don't waste time, you know. So just put some paper there, and then just give you this little overview. What we have some fish here, flour, the oil is warming up. These eggs we're going to use as like a kind of a topping for the fish, and then I have the potatoes cooking there. So everything is going. So now it's just waiting for the oil to get hot enough and then frying everything off. There, probably the best view there. This one. Maybe I use these two. I think this one is going to be too small, so I need a bigger one. Something like this will be better. How many eggs do you think we should use for this? All or? Okay, so I'll start peeling the eggs. Welcome everyone, if you're just joining. Chef Ben, Polar Chef Ben here. I'm doing the Polar Kitchens on Sundays, and it's gonna be me cooking, just sharing my experience with you. And today I'm here in my own kitchen, so I'm cooking some fish. I'm gonna fry fish. I'm gonna make this egg sauce out of these eggs. I have some some boiled potatoes going. So now I'm gonna just start peeling the eggs. You can just ask any questions. Hi, Christy. Hi, how are you? Welcome, Christy. Welcome. Just ask any questions. Ask about Norway, ask about Lofoten, ask about cooking. I was just in Russia for 2 weeks, so ask any questions you have about Russia if you want, from my experience there. And peeling eggs. Like peeling potatoes and peeling eggs are the two favorite jobs, right, in the kitchen. But that sauce, you just put butter and egg, right? So I'll just start peeling these eggs. Yes, Christy. Just ask any questions. How are you? Welcome, everyone. Just preparing dinner here for this Polar Kitchen. In my own kitchen, actually. Normally I'm at the cafe, which is much easier because it's just much bigger and has more options, I would say. But it's nice too sometimes to do something from home. You know, I didn't feel like going there today. I'm still on holiday until tomorrow, which is Monday. So I was just thinking, no, I'm not gonna go today. I'm just gonna do it from home. So I'm just peeling eggs here for the sauce. Oh, good, Christy. It's good to hear from you. Yeah, welcome. Do you like to cook? Are you a good chef? Yes, amazing. What's your favorite dish to make? So yeah, this is I think peeling eggs is worse than peeling potatoes because it's painful. It takes so much more time. I would rather peel potatoes than eggs. What would you rather peel, Christy? Potatoes or eggs? Let me know in the chat. Look how it's just, it takes so much time, but it's a necessary step. At the same time, I'm heating up the oil. Yeah, I agree, Christy. Potatoes. I'm heating up the oil, so I'm going to start to fry the fish. And then I'll keep peeling these eggs. And then I'm going to like kind of cook them with butter. So it becomes like an egg. It's not really a sauce, but it's like a topping for the fish. It's going to be really nice. Yeah, I'm not doing a good job of peeling these eggs. So don't judge me. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. What's up, Mohammed? Hey, Mohammed, how are you? Welcome. Yeah, don't judge me on my eggs. They're not peeling as nicely as they should, but you get the point. So the oil's hot. I'm going to start to cook the fish. Then from the mix that I had, I put it into the flour there, as you can see. Make sure it gets a nice coat. And inside the batter, I had eggs and some oat milk, actually, salt and pepper. So then I get it nice and coated, and then I'm just gonna fry it. I can probably fit about 4 or 5 pieces in there. And it's important to watch your temperature, you know, you don't want, now it's a bit hot, so I turn it down a little bit. But you have to adjust the temperature. And if you put too many fish, then of course it's going to get too cold. So then you have to raise the temperature. But if you don't put enough fish, then it's going to be too hot and it can burn. Welcome everyone. I'm just doing the Polar Kitchen live from my kitchen today. Normally I'm at the cafe, but I said today I'm just going to do it from here. Today I'm cooking some cod. So I have some cod that I'm frying. Also some mashed potatoes. Also we're gonna do like an egg sauce. I don't know the name of it. That's my wife's recipe, so not really sure what she calls it. And it's important to keep the oil under control. So we don't want it too hot, we don't want it too cold. Now I have 5 in there and I have 2 pieces of fish left. I could actually fit more, but I think I'm gonna hold it right there. Just wash my hands. And it's, it's good to just stay organized when you're in the kitchen. I think that's the most important thing. So before I fried the fish, I had everything ready to go. I had the fish seasoned and kind of marinated. And then I had the flour seasoned and ready to go. Then I also had this container ready. So when the fish is finished, I'm gonna set it onto there. The potatoes are cooking. I washed my hands. Now I'm going back to the eggs. Let's see what you can see there. Yeah, you can see it. Right there. It's okay? Okay. So then I'm going back to the eggs. I'm just peeling eggs. I've already peeled the potatoes. Now they're boiling. And just ask any questions in the chat. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you have any questions about Lofoten, about Norway, about cooking, about Russia. I was just in Russia for 2 weeks. If you have any questions, I was in Kaliningrad, Russia. It was really nice. I was visiting family and also tasting a lot of amazing food. I have some videos about that on my YouTube you can check out if you haven't already. And now I'm peeling the eggs for this. No, I can't speak Russian. I'm supposed to, but I can't. Can you speak Russian, Christy? Now I'm just turning the fish. Can you see that? Yeah, I'm turning it so it doesn't burn. I'm going to turn it back up because now it's getting too cold. Can you speak Russian, Christy? No? I've been mainly focused on learning Norwegian. So, like, I'm a permanent resident, so I want to get citizen. So it's like I have to get to a certain level in Norwegian, and it's just harder to, like, as you get older, it's harder to learn so many languages at one time, right? But like in the house, we speak 3 languages. Like we have Russian in the house. Like my wife speaks Russian to the girls, and they speak Russian, and then all together we speak English, and then we live in Norway. So of course everybody's picking up Norwegian, and that's the dogs. Somebody must have came. Welcome everyone. Yeah, catfish. Oh yeah, I love to make catfish as well. It's basically the same techniques for all of it. It's just like catfish and cod, they're leaner fish. They don't have as much fat. Like for example, like a salmon or a mackerel. So you can cook catfish kind of similar how you cook cod, but you kind of have to cook the fattier fishes like salmon and mackerel. You have to cook them a little differently because they have a lot of fat, so you don't need to add a lot of fat. So you wouldn't really want to fry like a mackerel, but you would want to fry catfish or a cod. So yeah, that's pretty much what it comes down to, but just understanding the food, understanding the cooking techniques. And that's just my dogs. They must have saw something. So the fish is cooking, the eggs are ready. You can start to make this egg sauce. But yeah, I love catfish too, Christy. I grew up eating catfish, right? Catfish, that's how I grew up. So I totally understand that. Actually, I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. So yeah, I haven't always been in Norway, but I went to Norway like 2007, something like that. 2008 for the first time. I love to travel. I love to cook. So that's how it just worked out. I was able to go to cooking school, and then I've just been traveling all over the world, cooking, meeting interesting people. And I haven't been back to Ohio since. I left Ohio in 2005, and I haven't been back to Ohio, but I usually went to Florida because my mom moved to Florida, so I would go there and visit her. But the rest of the year, I'm living here in Norway. So, yeah, fish is still cooking. I'm going to start this egg sauce. So now we need to cut it up somehow. I thought I had one of these. Do we have one of those things to cut the eggs up? Or? This one, yeah. So I'm going to use this for the eggs. Wait, that doesn't work, does it? But that's just going to cut it into, yeah. It's a bit messy. Yeah. Yeah, this one doesn't work so well, Christy. Yeah, this one doesn't work so well, so maybe I'll use this side. Maybe it'll work better over here. Yeah, that works a little bit better. And then I'm just going to cook these eggs with some butter, basically. That's it. So it's not really a sauce, but it's kind of like a garnish for the fish. Yeah. So then we get something that looks like that. But it's okay if it gets smashed up. You don't really have to worry about it too much. Then I turn it on, and I'm just going to add some butter to that. And I don't know how you do your butter, but we leave the butter out. In Norway, we leave the butter out on the counter, and it's like usually fine. Do you do that in your place? Or do you keep the butter in the refrigerator? Just put like 3 of those to start. And then you can see, maybe it's better if I turn it around. So, yes, so this is egg and butter. This is the fish frying, and then the potatoes are going to take a bit longer. Maybe I need to turn it up a little bit. So it's on 10. So I think I'm going to turn these up 14 so they cook a little faster. Fish is like 50% done, and then I'm just finishing the egg sauce there. Yeah, refrigerator. Yeah, a lot of people like it in refrigerator, but we like it. It just, maybe it's something about the butter in Norway because it just, it doesn't fall apart. But like when we went to Russia, the butter, when you set it out, it just melts down. But here, for some reason, the butter stays the same. Even if you leave it out, it's like It doesn't change. It's just like that the whole time. So I think they add some oil or something to it. They do something, but it's not like a pure butter, I don't think. And this is just cooking down the butter and the eggs. And it should be more like liquid than dry. So that's the key. It's like, I guess it is a sauce. It's like an egg sauce, but it's kind of weird when you say egg sauce. I mean, there are egg sauces like hollandaise and things like that, but it's like a hollandaise with a solid one, I guess, because we want it to kind of break down. And the fish is getting closer, so I'm just going to turn it over. Yeah. Yep. So then the potatoes are going to be ready soon. Everything is going on perfectly fine. I'm just going to clean a little bit. And if you have any questions, just let me know. I have a lot of experience. I lived in Svalbard before. I don't know if you know where that is, but it's like the northernmost town in the world, Longyearbyen, and it's like part of Norway, but it's not Norway at the same time. And it's like the islands that are really, really remote, and they have polar bears there. So we lived there for many years, over 14 years. So we have a lot of information and knowledge about that place. And what was nice about Svalbard was that it's a visa-free zone. So anybody can go there. Anybody can go there and find work. You don't need to have a visa. You don't need to do anything special. But the challenge is there's so many people who want to go, and the jobs are very limited. So you can't really... Oh, I like mashed potatoes too, Christy. Yeah, I think it's my favorite type of potato. But it's like so many people want to go there that it becomes like very competitive. So it's not possible to find work. So I would only recommend it if you have a job first, then you can go. But if you just go there and try to find a work, be prepared to have some money or something to get you through in case you don't find work. But then we lived there, then we moved down to Lofoten, so now we're here in Lofoten. Have you went to Pigeon Force before and then decided to watch Pigeon Force? No, I haven't seen that. Pigeon Force before and then went decided and watched the Wolverine vs. Deadpool. No, is that really cool? I haven't seen that before. But, tell me about it. Yeah, is it like something I really should check out or what? Have you heard of Pigeon Force before? No. And then went decided and watched the Wolverine vs. Deadpool. What? Pigeon Force.
Have you watched Pigeon Force before?
That's my daughter, Vlasa. So she's a bit cooler than I am, so maybe she knows. Maybe she knows, because she also has a channel. What's your channel?
Vlasa?
Yeah, just check her out, Vlasa. She's making videos. I haven't watched Pigeon Force yet, Christy, but I think Vlasa and I are going to try to check it out.
I think no.
Oh, okay.
I thought you said your favorite type of potato was the one you baked in the oven.
Yeah, it could be. Just depends. Depends on my mood, I guess. So I added a little bit more butter to this eggs because I want them to be more saucy than solid. Yeah, you should really try it. We're gonna try it, Christy. I'm gonna try to find it. I can't find it now because then it'll kick me out of the live. But I'm gonna go back to that comment and try to watch this. But why do you suggest it? Is there something special about it? Do they do cooking, or what's special about it? I'm not sure, maybe upstairs? Just add a little bit more butter there. So it's kind of getting there, but it should be a little runnier. But I think it's also nice, actually. It looks good. I turned on the heat on it. Fish is almost there. And then Christy is talking about, yeah, I'm going to try it, Christy. I'm definitely going to try it. So welcome, everyone. We're just cooking some fish. This is the Polar Kitchen. I'm Polar Chef Ben. If you're just coming in, just ask any questions you have. 5. Fish is almost done, so we're gonna finish this up. Can't remember if I used that. I think I have to wash that one. Yeah, because I used this one, so we washed it. So over here, I'm just washing. You can't see me, but it's hard to move the camera every way. And so when I go off, I'm just on the other side here. I can show you, so you can have the overview. So this is where I'm washing. So normally if I'm going there, I'm washing, and then you can see it's like an L shape. So then I'm cooking there. So welcome everyone. This is the Polar Kitchen. I'm Polar Chef Ben. I'm cooking live here on YouTube. I don't know if people do that, but that's Mira making fun of me. I'm cooking cod. It's almost ready. Hey, not here, not here. Yeah. So the cod is almost ready. I'm cooking mashed potatoes. I'm cooking like an egg sauce with egg and butter. Arcades and stuff there. Okay, I'm gonna check it out, Christy. Yeah, definitely. I like arcades. I like games, so it makes sense. Potatoes, you can usually use a knife to check. So you just kind of stick it in there. If it's still really hard, it needs more time. So it's probably like 50% done. Still a bit hard. I still have 2 more fish I need to cook. So these 2 are almost ready. So I think I will, I think I'll let them finish and then do it. Otherwise, it's gonna cool it down. It's important to have control for the fire. So if you put too many fish inside, then it's gonna bring the heat down and it's gonna take longer. And if you don't have enough fish inside, then it's gonna be too hot and it'll burn. Let's get you the best view there. Yeah. So I think this looks good. Probably needs a little salt, a little pepper. Wait. There. This is the egg topping for the cod. It's gonna be really nice. You just cook some butter. You boil the eggs and then you cook it in butter. And then I have the mashed potatoes going there. And then this fish is almost ready. You think this one needs more butter or it's okay?
More butter.
Yeah? Okay. The big chef says more butter, so we're gonna add more butter. You never have enough butter, right? So then I add more butter and it should melt down and make it sauce, like more like a sauce. Maybe I need to turn it up a little bit. So then this fish is ready. So now I'm gonna take the fish out. Hey, welcome. I'm cooking here, Polar Chef Ben, cooking the Polar Kitchen live from my kitchen. I'm frying some cod. I'm also making mashed potatoes, and I'm making an egg sauce. So the fish is just about done. We're gonna take it out. Yeah. How do you know when the fish is done? That's a good question. So it shouldn't. It should be like firm, not too soft, and the juice should be clear. It should like be clear coming. It shouldn't be like a red color or anything. I usually tell by the firmness. Like you can feel it when it's done, you know? It shouldn't be mushy. It should be very firm, but not too firm, because if it's too firm, that means it's overcooked and it's gonna be dry. I'm making this egg topping for the cod. Now it's just about ready. So it should be mixed with the butter. It should be a bit runny. Shouldn't be too solid. Just like this now, or more butter? Yeah. Okay. So this one is ready. So I'm taking the fish out now. Welcome everyone. If you're just tuning in, it's Polar Chef Ben. I'm doing the Polar Kitchen live from my kitchen today. Normally I do it from the cafe, but today I figured I would just stay home and just do it here. I'm cooking some cod, I'm cooking some mashed potatoes, and I'm making this egg sauce. I still have 2 more pieces of fish to fry. Potatoes are getting there. They're not quite done. You can check with the knife. Just poke it. Yeah, they're like 60% now. So they're getting closer. And yeah, now I'm going to start the last 2 fish. So I had marinated the fish. I used egg. I used salt and pepper. And then I also seasoned the flour. So I have some seasoned flour. So just put it in there. Roll it around. It's never nice. It's always messy. I washed my hands before and I wash them after. So I don't have time for gloves. So please don't say gloves in the comments. I just wash my hands. Usually you're not allowed to really use gloves. Only for like one job. Then you have to wash your hands. Then you have to change gloves. So gloves are not always better. It's just better just to wash your hands. A lot of times people use gloves and then they don't wash their hands. They just think it's okay because of the gloves, but the regulations are you have to wash your hands even if you use gloves. Yeah. So last of the fish is done. Now just clean this. So I'm going over here and wash the dishes. And it's nice just to do everything as you go instead of leaving a big mess. So for me, I just wash the dishes as I go, and then I don't have a big mess at the end. It's almost ready, but they're just waiting for the potatoes. Potatoes have maybe like another 15 minutes, but the fish will be done and the sauce is done. So. And we have these dishwashers. I don't know how you do it in your place, but in Norway we have these dishwashers where every house has a dishwasher, which makes it really easy. And that's one thing I noticed when we went to Russia. Not many people have these automatic dishwashers. So you have to do a lot of hand washing, and I didn't realize how much time it takes. Like it just takes time just to wash dishes, you know? So we take it for granted here because we all have these automatic dishwashers. And now I appreciate it after being in Russia for 2 weeks, how much time this dishwasher actually saves, you know? And I don't know which one uses more water, like manually or the machine, but I'll tell you what, I wouldn't want to not have the machine. I really like having the machine. So we have, yep, the sauce is ready. I'll turn that off. The fish is looking good. It's very delicate, so you have to turn it very carefully. And check the potatoes one more time. Yeah, it's still about 65, 70%. I probably should have started the potatoes earlier, but it is what it is. I like them when they're really, really hot anyway, so it's no stress. So now I'm taking the fish out. This one's ready. You can see it. Can you see that? Yeah. Also, I think this one's almost ready. And, you know, there's different sizes. Some of them are bigger, some of them are a little smaller, like some of them are thicker. So of course the ones that are thicker are going to take a little longer. The ones that are thinner are going to cook quicker. But overall, they should cook about the same time. There's a smaller piece, so that one can come out. Fell off from the other one. And I just take them out and I just put them on the paper and let them dry a little bit. Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good, Christy. You're welcome. Just go check me out. There's a lot of other videos there. I have some from Spain, some from Russia. Most of them are from Lofoten, Norway. Because that's where I'm living now. I think this one is about done. Sometimes it can be a bit tricky because the fish can, if it's a little bit different texture, then it can feel like it's not cooked, but actually it's cooked. This one is done. So take this one out. And then it's just 4 left. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Now potatoes are looking really good. They're cooking much faster now. Yeah, they're like 70%. And that's just how it is. You can't rush it, right? Like you just have to let it cook, let it take the time it needs. And in between, I'm just cleaning, organizing, so that way when I'm finished, everything finishes together, you know? And I don't have a big mess to clean. So then I'm doing this, cleaning the dishes. And it's not really fun, but like it's a skill. If you know how to cook, then you know how to survive, because the prices are getting crazy these days and it's expensive. Even fast food now is so expensive. And like the money you spend at a fast food, you can just go to a supermarket and like buy enough food for probably 3 days, at least 2 days for the price you spend on one meal, depending on how many people you're feeding, of course. Like if you're just one person, then it's probably not so bad. But if you have to feed like a few people in the house, going out is not always an option. You have to learn how to cook, how to make the most of what you can buy. And not always buying the premium stuff, you know, like chicken breast. Everybody wants chicken breast, but it's better just to buy the whole chicken. And then you can get like 2-3 meals out of it. Use the breast for something. You can cook the whole chicken after you take all the meat off and make a stock out of it, make a soup. You have the legs for another meal. Yeah, so this one's done. This one's done. Then there's just 2 of those left. Potatoes. Yeah, they're close, like 80% now. And then potatoes, I'm not going to put any cream. I'm just going to put a little bit of butter and then just let them steam and then just mash them up. I don't really like cream in my mashed potatoes. You probably like cream in yours, Christy, but sometimes I do, but usually I just like it with butter. How do you like your mashed potatoes, with cream and butter? Yeah. I have to taste that egg to make sure. So this is the egg sauce that goes on the cod. Yeah, it's nice. So it's not usual to put eggs on a cod, but in this case it's something different and it's like unique, but it really complements the cod. So I like, don't knock it until you try it. Like maybe you're thinking eggs on cod, what is that? But it's something different, but it's really, really good. I have to plug my charger in, the phone's about to die. So yeah, it says the battery's low, so I have to find the charger. I think it's charged. Yeah, it's charging now. Okay. Yeah, so like you have to try it before you judge it, but it's really nice. And yeah, potatoes are there. So what I like to do is I cook them to about 90%, and then I drain the water off. So now you can see they're like 85, 90% ready. So now I'm just draining off the water. I have this, where is it? I have this, yeah, colander. So I'm gonna use this and drain off the water. And then after I pour the potatoes back in the pot, and then what I do is I add some butter to this. So I add butter to this, I cover it, and I steam it. So I let it steam for the last 5-10%. And then it dries them out a little bit so they're not so wet. So I put some butter inside. And then cover them. And I turn off the heat. So there I just turn it off. So then basically it's just gonna steam, dry out, and then I'm going to make it into mashed potatoes. And now see, the grease is too hot on the fish because I only have 2 inside now. So I need to turn it down and also need to turn them. So the less fish you have, you see it's a little darker than the previous one, but the less fish you have, the lower the heat needs to be. And the more fish you have, the higher the heat needs to be. So we're there. We're pretty much there. So this is steaming. So then I'm just going to use this like potato masher if I can find it. Maybe we don't have it. I don't know. Sometimes we have stuff, sometimes we don't. Maybe I just use this. I don't know. Can try. It's not exactly the right tool for the job, but it's the tool that I have now. And because that's hot, I need to put it on something. So I'll put it on this. And since it's not on, it can just sit here. And then we just take this and just kind of smash everything up. So it's just potatoes, butter. Let's see if I can point it down. Yeah, you have a better view there. So just potatoes, butter, and I'm just smashing it. So you see I only cooked it to about 85, 90%, and then the last 10%, 15%, I just steamed it with the butter. I think it needs a little bit more butter. But that's just to dry it out, because like if you cook it 100%, and then you just try to add butter, it's gonna be like watery. So that's the key to getting very fluffy potatoes, is you have to let them steam and dry up. Otherwise it's just gonna be like soup, potato soup, right? And I put salt in the water, so I don't really season them. But you can, you know, add some more salt if you want, but I think it's okay. And it's not like restaurant, you know, quality where it's super smooth. These are like gonna be a bit lumpy, but it's okay because it's for home, so it's not a big deal. And the potatoes are done. And then I'm just doing the dishes now, so I don't have to have a lot of dishes left at the end. I think that's the key. If you just stay on top of things before you start cooking, you have to have everything in place. And while you're cooking, when there's space between steps, you just clean. And then by the time you finish cooking, you just walk out of the kitchen and eat, you know? So otherwise, if you don't do it like that, then you'll have to spend a lot of time after cleaning. And it's like, why? What's the point? I don't understand that. So potatoes are done. They look great. You'll probably taste it. Yeah, it's perfect. And then I just cover it. I'm gonna set it to the table. I just put the food on the table, it's ready. And then there is the egg sauce with boiled eggs and mixed with butter. Don't judge it until you try it. Like, you have to try this with the cod. It's so nice. And I'm going to show you like quickly what it looks like, and then we're gonna wrap this up. So I'll just make a small sampler plate with a little bit of potatoes. Okay, now I'm taking the potatoes. I'm just gonna make a very small sampler. So it's just a little bit of potatoes. I'll just take a little bit of cod. I just want to show you what it looks like on the plate. And then take a little bit of this egg. Now, you might be judging it. You might be saying, oh my God, why are they eating scrambled eggs with fish? But it's not scrambled eggs. Like, a boiled egg has totally different texture than scrambled eggs. And then when you add the butter, it just does something different. So now I'm going to taste it and try to explain it to you as best I can. So it's not scrambled eggs. It's like boiled eggs cut up with butter. And it's like makes the cod creamy. And then you have this, that's why I also didn't put the cream inside of the potatoes, because it like works together. So the cod is like firm, and then this egg sauce is like creamy, and then you have the mashed potatoes that are also a little bit creamy. But then you have the texture from the flaky, crispy skin from the fish. So try it. Yeah, I'm gonna eat soon now, Crispy. Try it, see what you guys think. Just leave the comments. I'm gonna wrap it right here. We have those 2 pieces cooking, but you know, we're gonna start to eat. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you next Wednesday. I'm also live on Wednesday. I have a Arctic coffee break where we just kind of talk. And then I have the Polar Kitchen on Sundays where I'm actually doing some cooking. So thanks for tuning in. Have an amazing day, and I will see you guys around. Take care.